Hey guys, so in today's video, I'm going to talk about the importance of measuring yourself, especially if you're working out. It is very important to keep up with your measurements. You know, maybe you're only losing ounces and you're not losing pounds, but you feel like you're losing, like you look slimmer. You might be losing inches. I didn't start measuring myself when I first started Weight Watchers. I started it the week, I think like the second week after starting Weight Watchers. And on the Weight Watchers online, they have where you can track your weight and you can track your measurements, which is really easy. But if you don't do Weight Watchers online, just keep a notebook. Places that I measure myself are my waist, my hips, my bust, my arms, and my thighs. And I just use a little measuring tape thing that my grandmother has. I used to measure myself every week, but then after March 29th, I wasn't coming home right after my weigh-ins. I was going to eat something because it was getting really late and I didn't want to eat as late because by the time I get home. So I didn't feel comfortable measuring myself after eating a meal because I feel like I get bloated. Last Tuesday, I actually came home after my meeting, right after my meeting, because I was on a mission to measure myself because I didn't lose any weight this last meeting. I stayed exactly the same, which is like a freebie. It's better than gaining, and it's, you know, it's better than gaining, basically. That's the only thing that it's better than. And I decided I'm going to come home and I'm going to measure myself because I could tell in my clothes and other people could tell that I look slimmer. Don't recommend measuring yourself if you're on your period, if you're a girl, if you're on your period, or if you're expecting your period, or right after your period. Give yourself like a week after your period has completely finished to release all the water weight, and then measure yourself. The first thing I measure, or no, my waist, excuse me. And your waist, just in case if you guys don't know where your waist is, let me get up. Your waist is basically right here. It's like it's below the bust. This is your hips. This is your waist. Started Weight Watchers. My waist was 35 inches. And now my waist is 32.5 inches. So I've lost 2.5 inches from my waist, which is exciting because who doesn't want, like, you know, that Nicki Minaj crazy Kim Kardashian waistline. Your hips, which I said earlier, so if this is your waist, your hips are they're like right under your belly button it's not your stomach, this is your stomach, which it does not look so flattering from this angle. This is your hips right down here. So this is where my belly button is. My hips are like an inch under my belly button. When I started Weight Watchers, or when I started measuring myself, February, I was 41 3/4, so 41.75 inches on my waist. And now my waist is 40, or my hips, I keep saying my waist. My hips are 40, I'm 40 inches around my hips, which is 1 inch, 0.75 slimmer, which is good. Next area I measure is my bust, which is just basically you take the measuring stick and you measure all the way around the center of your bust, and keep your arms down, because if you keep your arms up, like, you're kind of it's not accurate. I don't know if you're making them bigger, if you're making them smaller. When I started, my bust was 43.75 and now my bust is 41. So I've lost 2.75 inches from my bust. I always measure myself with a bra on because most of the time I have a bra on. And yeah, so I've lost 2.75, which is amazing. I did want to, one of my goals was because I am top heavy, for my bust to kind of slim down a little bit, which it does. Usually when you're a woman and you're losing weight, the first thing to go is the bust, they say. So if you don't have a big bust and you don't want to, you know, lose it, usually it happens. Other place that I measure is my arms. This is where it counts. This is what matters. All this lovely, you know. I don't like my arm is when I'm facing to the side and how it's so like big here. Don't like that. So we're working on that, and we measure around the arm. Always measure in the same spot too, because if not, your measurements aren't going to be accurate. So right like around the tricep and the bicep right here, that's where we measure. And when I started, I was at 14 inches. And I stayed at 14 inches for about 3 weeks, and now I'm at 13.75. So I've only lost 0.20, like 1/4 of an inch on my arms, but I mean it's better than nothing, right? For my thighs, and I have some big thighs. Let's see if I can get up to show you. I have a dress on, so I'm getting, okay, so let's do this. Okay, so there are my thighs. This might be like way too much, but oh well. I can't believe I just showed you guys that. Oh well. I don't dislike my legs because I like that they're athletic. They're not flimsy. I don't want sticks. And I love that they have shape. So I don't have a big problem with my thighs, but I'd like them to be a little slimmer because after high school, I mean I always had athletic legs, but after high school, after I stopped doing the athletics, I could tell that they got a little, you know, not so athletic. This is where I measure. I take the measuring tape and we measure around the thigh. Keep your leg down because if you're like this, it might be bigger. So keep your leg completely flat on the floor and just measure around your thigh. I was at 27 inches and now I'm at 25 inches. So I've lost 2 inches from my thighs, which that I could tell because I had to buy new jeans. They were just fitting me way too baggy. So I hope this video wasn't like all over the place. I just wanted to let you guys know about my measurements and let you guys know that it's very important to measure yourself, especially if you're working out, like I said earlier, because you can be shedding inches and not be seeing it on the scale. Measurements are how your clothes are going to fit you. You know, if you're losing inches but you're not losing actual pounds, that could be a dress size, that could be a pant size. So I think it's really important. Please let me know how you guys are doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I'll talk to you all soon. Bye guys.